everyone, I'm your host Andy Pliska, riding the new T8 Sport. This thing is awesome. It's aluminum. It's got a 2.5 mil front structure. It's got disc brakes, locking brake levers. Comes complete with this brand new water bottle and bottle cage. A couple of new designs on our handlebars. Have a little outriggers, ready to mount some new mirrors. So if you're interested in one of the coolest rides around, we're going to show you how to put this thing together. Stay tuned for another episode of What's in the Box. Today's feature, the T8 Sport. Our first look at the brand new Trikke T8 Sport. This one here is the blue model. Look at how sharp that is. This is what you're going to get when you open your trike. The trike is pretty much about 90% ready to go. Wheel stashed inside here, and then the frame is all intact. So let's pull this thing out and have a quick look. Pulls out real easily. You're going to get a toolkit along with your manual and a DVD, and of course the front wheel. Alright, as we open up our bag of tricks here, let's see what we've got. I'll put the toolkit to the side here. We've got a DVD. We've got the new Trikke World Magazine flyer. Check out TrikkeWorldMagazine.com. You're going to find a lot of great stories of what's going on around the trike world and who's doing what. Really cool. Trike Academy flyer. You become a trainer, become a dealer, or just become a better rider. We've got a series of a couple stickers here. Show your trike pride. Here is your registration. Fill this out. You can either do that or go online at trikke.com/registration. Get that brand new vehicle all ready to go. Here is the new Trikke owner's manual for the T8 and T12. Pretty much the same vehicle. Read up, but it's really simple to put this product together. And then of course you have the new T8 toolkit. Let's see what we have in here. We've got, looks like 2 5s. Yeah, 2 5mm right here. A 4, a 3, and a 2.5. This is going to handle most of the bolts on the frame and mounting your fork. This is going to manage your gooseneck and handlebars. This will be an adjustment on your brake system along with the 5. The 5 and the 3 will manage your brake system. And this little guy will be the locking nut on your caliper to keep the rear pad in place. Alright, so there's no real rocket science here. When we take this frame comes out ready to go, you see the handlebars are strapped to the side. We've got 2 zip ties. I'm just going to cut those off. Lay the handlebars to the side. And the next thing I want to do is to go ahead and open up the frame. The frame has 2 pins located at the front end. What I'm going to do is pull them straight back. Lift the frame up in opening position. Put them back in the lock position, and the frame is ready to go. So again, when you're opening and closing the trike, basically I'm just taking my hand and I'm going to push slightly forward on the steering column, and I'll just take this, pull it straight back, and lift it up into the little L right here. I'm going to do the same with this side, and this is going to allow me to open and close the trike. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is going to take this wheel and I'm going to mount it to the top here. So I want to remove the cardboard. Get the cardboard off of there, and I'm just going to slide this onto the end of the post. This is just a plastic protection for when you're in packaging. I'm just going to slide that off. You see we have a depressed push pin right here. When you go to mount this, you want to line up the hole with the pin. Just going to slide that over, push the pin in, and watch the pin come through. You notice that we have a steering stopper on here now. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten the 2 bolts on the other side. So take one of the 5mm Allen wrenches that you got with your kit, and what we're going to do is roll these all the way in. I'm using the speed end here just to get the bolt down. I'm not going to drive it home with that speed end. I don't want to damage the bolt at all. Notice that I'm going back and forth across the 2. As I tighten one, I want to make sure that they're both snug. So as I tighten one down, I'm pulling this part of the gooseneck tighten, so one bolt is becoming loose because I'm tightening down with the other. So make sure that you check both bolts and snug them down. Now keep in mind that this little pin here is not going to keep this front fork on here. you have to tighten down these two bolts. This is holding the whole steering column tight. We don't want to mess with this one. You can go ahead and just make sure that it's tight, but it should be tight from the factory. There you go. Alright, so the next order of business is to get the handlebars mounted. Let's remove the cardboard covering over the grips and the gooseneck assembly. Alright, one thing you're going to notice is the new handlebar design. See, we have these outriggers that come out for our mirror mounts, and you can mount some lighting right here. The other thing you're going to notice is the cool new grips that come with the T8 Sport, and of course the great locking levers. Nice little touch, gotta love it. Alright, so now when I go to line up these handlebars, one thing you want to notice is that the cables are crossed over down there by the cambering yoke, which travel up along the side of the stem post. You see how I have the handlebars and the cables lined straight back, and I'm just kind of coming around the edge, and then this one right here loops to the right, this one comes around and loops to the left. That's because we have the crossover at the base. So all I'm going to do is take these handlebars, I want to bring the cables over the top of the stem post and drop it right on there. There, and I want to keep about an 1/8, 16th of an inch below this plastic piece so that I make sure that this stem post is 100% onto the stem. And I'm going to rotate these bolts somewhat in, get it straightened out, and snug it up. So first I want to make sure that the wheel lines up correctly. So let's take a quick peek and see how that looks. And the easiest way to do this is to stand in front of the trike, put your feet somewhat holding the front wheel straight, and then just align the gooseneck here so that it is straight. That looks pretty good right there. Snug down and tighten these two up. The length of this allows you to get a good leverage on the bolt. Again, make sure that the wrench is all the way in so that you don't strip it. Okay, next I'm going to take the handlebars and I'm going to pitch them forward. I want this going on a 45-degree angle with a couple turns. You need to come out all the way, just enough that it's going to free up the handlebars to roll them forward. Go ahead and lock them down. You should still be able to take this tool and reach inside this bolt and snug that down. Looks good. Nice and secure. In order to raise the stem post, I'm going to open up the quick release, depress the push pin, which allows me to slide the column up or down. In order to get more tension in the quick release, I'll put this in the relaxed position, roll this nut in, and then close the clamp. And that's going to tighten this up. There's a little plastic Teflon bushing you can see right in there, and I'm squeezing up against that when I close this clamp. If you have an air compressor, great, but what we want to do is target about 80 pounds. Put the end on there. I'm at about 80 pounds right there. So as you can see, this ride went together fairly easy. I mounted the handlebars and the front fork. I didn't have to make any adjustment on the brakes because they're ready to go. And I filled my water bottle and my tires with air, and I was good to go. Thanks for visiting us today. I'm your host, Andy Pliska with South Bay Trike. If you want some more information, please give us a call, 310-803-0445, or drop me an email, ride@southbaytrike.com. We're here for you. We're going to keep bringing these cool videos to you. So thanks for stopping by. We'll see you around the next turn. Trike on.